Alright, got a couple new things to go over that we didn't do in the lesson today. One of them is something I thought of afterwards that might be very helpful in training that fretting hand to shift a bit better. First, we got up here right now just a tab for paranoid. We'll just go over some of the more standout parts that aren't so straight ahead. So, with that hammer on part at the beginning of the song, so basically, instead of like worried about counting all the 16th note bits here first, the easiest thing to think of is you're doing the hammer on starting on the downbeat of beat 1, again on the upbeat of beat number 2, and again on the downbeat of beat number 4. So again, you just hit your hammer-ons on the downbeat of 1, upbeat of 2, downbeat of 4. And then these are just straight eighth notes here. So the main like verse riff going on here. So this, just chugging along, straight eighth notes. The rhythm here, so we basically what we have, we got 1 and 4. So we got the down and upbeat of beat number 1. This chord is on the upbeat of number 2, and it carries across beat 3. This guy sounds like he's always cutting this chord off, so that's why we have an eighth note followed by an eighth note rest. So playing it as slowly, and then up the speed. Uh-oh, that was bad. So yeah, just hit it, and what I do here is I take my pick hand, cover the strings with it, and let go of the pressure with the fret hand as well. So this way it get that nice staccato sound to it. And then, just in case you don't know what this direction means, so the 1 right here under this bracket, so this is telling you that, see where you got the repeat signs here, when you play through this the first time, you do play this bar that has the 1 over it. Second time through, you start playing your repeat, and then you jump down here and you play this bar instead. So that's what the 2 in this little bracket is telling you. So basically you start here, run through that, and then you start the repeat, go through here, and then end up here. So this sort of thing happens a few times in the song. This here, I believe this is where you slide. You can hear that in the recording, however it's more of a transition slide. And basically, just going from this E5 down to the C5, you just, instead of going like really fast down there, you just kind of taking his time to get down there, and that's why you're hearing a slide there. So the main thing to concentrate on there, going from that E5 down to that C5, just keep the pressure down. Do not let go of the pressure on the strings. So don't do this. Don't let the sound stop. You want to keep the pressure down, and as soon as you get there, strum the chord. So that's going to happen, actually work on exactly what we talked about today. Being able to shift your hand, shift your hand and pick at the same time. Because that's what's happening when you go to the C5 to the D5. So you hit that chord, and you bring your hand up, and then you got to move both at the same time. Pick that C5 chord, and then boom, move both at the exact same time. So as soon as this hand starts coming up, that hand starts coming down. So it's all the same motion there. And I will be covering an idea that I think will help out quite a bit. Let's see. One interesting thing that stood out to me is on one of these repetitions here, where we get to this verse riff right after we're holding out these chords for a couple bars each. This guy right here, I have a which is like a one-time thing that I heard it. So with that riff on that repeat of this part, so what I'm doing here, got the second and third finger, and then I replace my ring finger with my first, and then bar the 9s with my index, shift up, and bar the 12s with my index as well. That's the only time I heard it really happen. Here's another change that happens on that verse. Instead of hitting the 2 palm muted open E's that were shown earlier in the tab, you just have a quarter note rest. So you're silent on beat 4. So you just have 1 and 2 and 3, and then just mute. That's it. Then here's where the solo starts. So you're repeating the verse basically 8 times. And then on the 8th time, we do the quarter note rest version, ending again. Just repeating more stuff. And then, yeah, the end of the song, repeating that verse 4 times. And then we do, on the 4th repetition, we end that riff with that quarter note rest version there. So if you have any questions about this tab when you're looking through it, let me know. Let's move on to number 1 here, the slide guy. So we're just gonna line up all quarter notes. You pick that chord and then you slide. You pick, slide, pick, slide, pick, slide, and then repeat. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that. Okay. So here we go with the old 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So you notice how fast I was moving to get to that chord. So even if I let this ring out for 4 whole beats, like I'll let the A5 ring out for a whole note, and then I'll shift down to the G5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, shift, or slide, I should say. So even though no matter how long you let the thing ring out, is when you go to do the slide into the new chord, you got to do it real fast. So don't do this. You don't want to do that. That's way too slow. It's got to be a very fast movement. Okay, so I'm going to do 80 next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know you were working on the acoustic to build up the strength in your hands. I'd stay away from the acoustic on this guy unless you really, really want to try it. I definitely get, building strength in the hands and all that stuff. If you plan on doing a lot of acoustic stuff, as part of your overall guitar playing goal, then yeah, definitely practice on the acoustic as well. I would just say, practice on the electric to make it easier on yourself before going to the harder thing. Because you don't want to start with like the really hard stuff and then move to the easy stuff. I know a lot of people out there think it's better to start learning on an acoustic because it's more difficult and then go to the easier instrument. But to me, that's like saying you need to learn how to squat 200 pounds and then move down to 100 pounds because it'll be, you do the harder one so the lighter weight's easier. It's backwards. It's also like saying learn some crazy difficult Paganini so this way you can play Back in Black and have no problem. Well, it doesn't work that way. You gotta, build up to it. So, anyway, that's one reason I always tell people, like, just learn on the electric. If it's easier, make it easy on yourself. But again, if you enjoyed playing on the acoustic and you feel like you get a benefit from it, that's fine. That's fine. Just don't want you to torture your hands more than needed. All right, so number 2, I'm going to talk about an idea I had that I mentioned a moment ago. So, what you can do is don't pick anything. And basically just shift chord to chord. And you can do this just as it is. So like on beat 1, you're on the A5, and then beat 3, you have the G5, and you just switch on beat 1, beat 3, and so on. So, especially if you have distortion on, you might start hearing some noise as you're sliding, and that's good. And this is to get you just used to moving your hand without picking anything, and then hopefully, you'll transition to the pick again, and then you'll be used to moving the hand real fast, and then the pick moves along with it. So this is what I mean. So here's at 60. I'm going to count the whole time. So I want you to try this in conjunction with actually picking everything. So the non-picked way, you're just going to move your hand and start into starting position. So you're not going to hear anything at the beginning, and that's fine. Because let me just demonstrate it and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so then we have, just starting here, we got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So notice, because the distortion's on, you actually can hear some noise happen, some notes happening when I do move. So I'd like you to try that. Put some distortion on and just do that. So again, you're going to be starting with the A5. You're holding it, but you won't hear anything because you haven't started yet. So you'll start hearing something when you move to that G5 chord the first time. So I like warm up with that. Do that until that gets comfortable, and then start picking everything. And this is how it should go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. All right, here comes 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Here comes 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I did the repeat or not. I'm gonna do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Definitely did the repeat there. Okay. Now, surprise thing. Taking that number 4 exercise from last time, I'd like you to use some chords you're probably more familiar with. So this way you have a better shot at really nailing this rhythm so it feels really comfortable. So, time to change channels. Okay, so same thing. This is what I want you to do instead of playing it how it was last week. So, in other words, the exercise, I believe it was exercise number 4 from last week. Don't worry about playing it the way it was. Just do this instead. So basically everything going on in the video right now, this is what to work on. If you do have time, you are welcome to go back to exercise 1 from last time, but not a necessity. Alright, so here we go with exercise number 3. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. And on to 80 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. 100 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. And 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. I think that covers everything. But yeah, if any questions come up before next class, let me know. I know you said you got the anniversary thing coming up, so have fun there, and just do the best you can with the time you got, and we'll take it from there. All right, see you next week.